Thank you.
Oh look, that's the cops over there. Yo, what is up, everybody? It is a little bit early, but it's daylight savings now, which is throwing me off. But today is just one of those days because this customer, I got a quote, for everything on their compressor. And then they ended up ordering their own compressor, which is fine. This is the mother-daughter that I've talked about before. They own 2 restaurants. And they were screwed over before by a contractor or company that went to go replace a defrost timer, didn't do it correctly, had a callback. And he admitted he didn't even try and make anything up because they told us that it was a loose wire. He still charged them for the trip out there on the callback. And I guess there was things that added up, right? That's always the story that we get. And they were fed up, called us on a whim. I want to say they found us online because we got the request through Jobber. So if you guys are interested, I got a free trial and discount, and the Jobber thing has just helped us do stuff outside of word of mouth. So we have a website, obviously, and we can have a work order form on there, and they can request work, right? So they go on the website, they click the link, fill out the form, it gets sent to our Jobber thing, and then we'll see it. We've had a few customers do that. The work is the simple part. I always say that. The preparation, the stuff that you do after work to get better, tedious, not boring, not something everybody wants to do. And then the business part falls into that, having to deal with following up with customers, emails, invoicing, billing, all that extra stuff. Tax season is here, so that's the stuff you don't like to hear about running a business. They're very knowledgeable with equipment, what they need to buy. They run two locations. They're doing great. They're on top of everything. But they had the compressor delivered to the second location. I'm at a different location. So this morning I gotta not only get myself ready, I have to load up what I needed today. Hopefully I didn't forget anything. And then I have to go to the south side location, pick up the compressor, head over to across the expressway. They're down the street from each other, but it's because one's in a Walmart, one's outside. Around here, I don't know about everywhere else, every Walmart has a different restaurant. So just so you guys know, because we deal with 2 Walmarts, and it's for 2 completely different customers that are inside. It's gonna get late by the time I get everything. Forgot I'm also running on empty, so I need to get gas. That's kind of what I had in mind. Like, I have so much shit to do this morning. So sometimes it ain't much, but I have this app. There's a link in my link tree, my website, for you to get cashback on any gas that you guys buy. So basically all I have to do is open up the app. If you're at the gas station, it will automatically just pull up the gas station that you're at. You would want to look and make sure that the one that you go to, or if you're around a few, open up the app and make sure that it is a supported gas station. But most of them give you, today there's nothing. I don't know what's going on. It's 1 cent back on gas. Usually it's like 10 cents back per gallon. Over time, you're gonna get a couple $100, you know, $50 a month, whatever it is. I use it quite a bit, and it just goes. It's cash back. You can cash out. It goes directly to your bank. It's not a gift card. It's not a credit, anything like that. And you can add any cards that you have. So I have the business card in here. I have my personal card in here. No matter what I use, I just claim it, tell it what card I used. It'll do its thing and check their system, make sure that I did purchase and how much I purchased. You also get, because I buy energy drinks, snacks and stuff like that, so I also get 13% back inside the store. So if you guys buy breakfast, drinks, food, whatever, that gets credited too. I don't talk about it much, but it's a cool little thing, and I have a referral link, and you guys can get a bonus out of it, I believe. So check it out, and if you guys use the link, it helps me out. I get a 1% back for the referral, so that's kind of cool. So I'm gonna claim it, and you can also upload receipts if you guys need to, but I link my card. It already has it pulled up. Confirm, and that's it. You're all done. Just wait for it to give you the cash back. Usually it's like a day or two. Yeah, like every now and then it just won't work. Issues found, whatever, but you also have these little goals if you guys can hit so many in a month, which sometimes I just forget to use it, but that's my lifetime earnings right there. All right, so always inspect your compressor. They did get the dryer, but I need to go to the location and look at it again. I didn't pay attention to the line set or anything. Hopefully it's exactly the same. I'm gonna cut it here. Like that. I should be able to take this outside actually. Getting everything ready. They are the sweetest people. I got some pan dulce there. We'll save that for later. Work smarter, not harder. We're gonna be able to do everything out here as far as the compressor, get the dryer ready, hook it up there. All we need to do is make the two connections inside, but I want to clean this as well because this is probably what caused all that. We'll just hose everything down. Thank you. Well, he caught me right when I paused my recording, but I got kicked out of that parking spot. I was parked right by or in between the doors. There's that big ass space, which is funny because here it's a Walmart, like I said. Normally there's nothing there. Here they have displays and all this other garden stuff. And he's like, you can't park there because I parked there. I was like, all right, whatever, dude.
Sorry, sir, we're busy.
He is just waiting for him to tell him something to move so he can say no. Jesus. But yeah, the whole thing was that facility guy, facility manager, I forgot what his shirt said, kicked me out of that spot. And it's funny because my dad's the one last time, because I don't normally go into loading areas or anything like that, or like areas that we're not supposed to, technically. I don't park there. My dad does, and last time he's like, why don't you just park by the door? Like, you know, that's what also the restaurant owner told me. Like, no, I told that to everybody. And I was like, yeah, I just had to move my van because I got kicked out. She's like, what? Who kicked you out? She's like, the big guy? Yeah. The heavy set guy? Yep. The fat guy? So I think she was just annoyed with them, she says all the vendors have issues with the Walmart guys. I get it. We're not supposed to park there. So I was like, sure, cool. He got me right when I had stopped recording, or else I would have got the whole thing. But I had turned it off so I could move the camera. And when I went around the corner to get a tool or something, he came up to me. I think he thought I was recording because the camera was on. And because I kept seeing him like look over, and he's like, I'm not trying to tell you, but you're not supposed to be here. He repeated that like 5 times. I'm like, I get it, dude. I'm packing up so I can go. I was like, I'll move. There's a spot right there. I'll just move over. And I'm going to leave my tools here because I still did the repair right out the door, because I was like, I'm not going to be carrying everything back and forth with traffic and trying to cross the road and all that. So I managed to do all that. We got them going, but the cooler's working. It was funny because my dad got there randomly, because I was going to tell him later, like, hey, you told me to park there and I got kicked out. But he showed up and he's like, why are you parked in the parking lot? Like, I told you where to park. I was like, dude, I got kicked out. So that was him driving over, because he said he had to leave. And then I was, 10 minutes later, 15 minutes later, I'm outside packing up. I'm like, this guy went over and parked behind the facility guy, just waiting for a fight, So that's how my dad is, for you guys that don't know. That's how he is. Yeah, it's whatever. We got it done. That rolling cart came in handy. Saw it on Morgan's maintenance video and I had to get it. It's like the old Olympia ones that I had showed, years ago, but those were they were like twice the price. So these are $50 at Walmart. So it is hot. I got to go get some supplies for tomorrow. I appreciate you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, like this content, please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. See you guys.